from the Post-Millennial. Dan Crenshaw says he would kill Tucker Carlson if they ever met. Tucker invites him for a sit-down interview. I kid you not. This story's blowing up. What the... I can't... What is this?
It's a bad idea for congressmen that are former Navy SEALs to say things like this.
What happened to Dan Crenshaw, man? I'm going to play the video, but it's 10 seconds long. I remember when he was first running, his first time, everybody was stoked on this guy.
Yeah.
They're like, he's pretty good.
Remember the ads, the really cool ads? He was doing everything.
Oh, those ads really freaked me out, but you'll come back to that.
Have you ever met Tucker?
We've talked a lot. If I ever meet him, I'll probably kill him.
I'm not...
Have you ever met?
To be fair, he said, I'm not joking, but I don't think he was literally expressing the intent to kill Tucker Carlson. But it's a very weird thing to say. And regardless, as a member of Congress, and as you mentioned, what, former Navy SEAL? That's what
Yep.
Talking about a man who routinely receives death threats, to say that you will do that and that you're not joking, well, it doesn't matter what I think or my interpretation is. It matters that he said it and said he wasn't joking. So his intent is expressed.
Yeah, it's a bad idea. It's a very bad idea for Congress people to say that. It's very, very bad idea for people that have been in have his training to say that. It's all thumbs down, Dan. All thumbs down. Bad move.
Pete Davidson should have never apologized, in my opinion, to this guy.
Well, and then remember, he goes, MTG asked him, so did you really just threaten to kill Tucker? And he goes, LOL, no.
And then
it's on camera. It's all on camera. Of course he got the note. It's on camera. I honestly don't know if he's stable in the head. I don't know that he's fit to serve any longer. I genuinely believe that. I don't know that he's stable enough to serve in the Congress anymore.
I mean,
something's up.
I don't think that I'm in a position to actually make that kind of call. But
here's the post.
I mean, look.
So Steve Edginton, is that how you pronounce it, from GB News says,
yeah.
After this is amazing. Okay, he says, after our interview, I asked Dan Crenshaw if he had ever met Tucker Carlson. He said that he'd kill him. He laughed it off. Watch my interview below. Marjorie Taylor Greene says, Dan Crenshaw, did you threaten to kill my friend Tucker? And Dan Crenshaw says, LOL, no. And there's a proposed community note with video evidence of him saying it. This is wild. It's
oh man,
I don't know what happened to this guy.
It's a fall from grace, or maybe he's always been this way, because he was appealing to a lot of people on the right in the very beginning.
Yeah,
those commercials you were talking about, that's when I was starting to be like, oh, this guy, I did not like that. He was trying to be like a Marvel character.
When he was jumping
flying
out of the
sky.
airplanes. It was when I think Arsenal was doing all those cool ads back then. It was a lot. It was a lot of CGI stuff, but I don't know. He seemed at least to love what he did. He seemed to love the country. Seemed to be patriotic. He seemed to be with his heart in the right place. Now, the only time I ever hear the guy is when he's blasting other people.
But he's hated by everybody.
Nobody likes him.
At least Kinzinger was like, I guess I'll be a Democrat.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I get it. You're going to pen it up. Dan Crenshaw was like, I'm going to be hated by everyone.
I think he just makes enough money in fundraising that nobody can seem to primary him, because I don't understand how he continues to win primaries.
He lied about how much money he made in stocks, right? I forget what the numbers were.
He's another good inside trader from what I understand.
Yeah.
He's nowhere near as good as Pelosi.
Nobody's as good as Pelosi.
But I heard that he lives in a district with a lot of military manufacturing, and so he'll never lose because these people don't want to lose the pro-military industrial complex vote. Yeah. Like, look, if you work at a manufacturing plant that is going towards weapons of some sort, you want wars to continue.
Yes.
I mean, if this were a movie, it'd be too on the nose. The guy with the eye patch, like making money off the military-industrial complex. Come on.
I mean, it's. I got to be honest. Like, actually, there's a lot of movies that do it. It's not too on the nose. I just watched that one movie. I can't remember what it was, where like there's like some army veterans are broke, so they're going to go rob a bank or something.
Okay. And
they've got all those special, like they know how to combat, so they're able to do it more effectively or whatever. The idea that's like a man comes back from 2 tours and he's been injured and maimed, and Veterans Affairs are not paying, the VA's not paying his health care or whatever, and he's got a family to take care of, so he goes rogue. It's actually a normal, thing. Like, it's a.
But this guy came back and went to like Yale, right?
Did he? Is he Yale educated?
Yale or Harvard or one of those Ivy League. Like, he's an Ivy Leaguer,
Yeah, I mean,
maybe he got into the skulls. Is that what it's called?
Skull and Bones.
Bones, yeah.
Skull and Bones?
That's why he's got the eye patch, actually.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you don't gotta. Anybody can join.
That's true. If you're a lizard like the Bushes.
I mean, you guys
You know,
asked.
have you ever seen those? I'm sorry, but have you ever seen those videos on Instagram? That there are tons of them, and they've been around for a while. It's not just Instagram, but it's like they catch people turning into lizards.
Oh, yeah.
and it's just video compression artifacting. It's like really dumb.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, Billy Corgan on Rogan years ago said he saw someone turn into a lizard.
He didn't, but okay.
I think he did, and I need to know who that was. I'm guessing Courtney Love.
Turn into a lizard.
I'm guessing it's Courtney Love. I don't know though.
Those stories in short context are like, I once saw a politician turn into a lizard, and you're like, whoa, and then you're like, without that context, because then later on you find that guy and you're like, tell me the full story. It's like, okay, well, I was hanging out with my friends doing acid, and you're like, stop, I'm gonna go.
No, I walked by Adam Schiff in real life, and I saw he's got like 2 eyelids. He's super slimy.
Something is genuinely wrong with him. Too.
Yes.
You can look at him and know something is very off with him.
He's worried.
He should be worried.
If you thought he was worried when Cash Patel was coming in, now Dan Bongino.
What happened at the Standard Hotel? Adam Schiff? What happened?
I'm willing to bet that maybe the first move made by Cash and Dan is going to be like, let's go see what Adam Schiff has been up to.
Yeah.
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 They're in-
How many
Swalwell.
kids are in that basement?
Swalwell too. Yeah. Oh wow. Yes.
That's crazy. And now he became a senator. I mean, this is
He's a senator. California will elect anything. It's unbelievable to me who gets elected in that
It's
state.
so disheartening. Like he's such a I mean, he was censured as a congressperson, and then he gets a promotion.
Yeah.
What is wrong with the
pardon,
people in California?
the pardon, like, what does that even cover is what I want to know. This is an interesting question for Bongino and Cash. What does that pardon cover?
Yeah.
What is it just related to his work on the J6 stuff, or does that cover a lot of other stuff?
I mean, look,
and if
the
so,
people
what?
of California they have the right to elect whoever they want to put into position, in the position of senator. But I mean, you know that he's a dishonest person, because he was censured for dishonesty.
Yeah.
You know that he was the guy that was most vocal about a BS line of I mean, it was just all BS about Trump and Russia. He was the guy that was constantly saying that. And then the people of California voted to put him into the upper chamber, right? Yeah. Supposedly, because the thing is, like in the House, because they're every 2 years and because there's 435 of them, you're going to get clowns, right? You're going to get dudes that are going to be wild and that are going to do wild and crazy stuff. You're going to get people that are weirdos. Sometimes they stick around, sometimes they don't. That's why Maxine Waters is still there, right? But like, when it comes to the Senate, they're supposed to be more deliberate. They have longer, appointments or terms, and to think that the people of California said yes, this is the guy that we want to represent us. That is, you're literally just doing a total disservice to the whole state and to the country.
I believe there's a lot of red voters in that state. It's just those cities.
It's
really
actually
split.
the most Republicans in any state because of the size of the population.
And it's like New York. My home state is a lot of red voters. It's just the city.
Well, but they have the jungle primaries, so there's no hope. You have so many Democrats. It was usually it's the top 2 finishers are Democrats. This time they had Steve. I think it was not Steve Harvey. Steve Garvey.
Steve Harvey would have been interesting though.
Steve Harvey would have been much better than Schiff.
I'm interested in that. Yeah.
Yeah. Steve Harvey couldn't do a worse job than Schiff. That's at least he's never.
I don't know who he was running against. So I mean,
Steve Garvey, the baseball player.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Who was a Republican.
Well,
who was a Republican? Who knows? It's California. When they run as Republicans,
it's
like I'm a Republican. So, but I hate Donald Trump.
Yeah,
but I'm a Republican.
Exactly. Like I mean, if you don't know what kind of guy, or at least I don't know what kind of guy he was. I don't know.
I would love to see what would happen in California if they would actually get a Republican who ran not as a Lauren Boebert or Marjorie Taylor Greene, but somebody who ran as an actual staunch Republican with conservative values.
Got Larry Elder
instead of these moderate squish people.
Yeah.
Maybe people would be shocked because I don't even think that the liberal voters like these people who are like, I'm going to be a Democrat, but not really. Maybe they would respect it more if they actually said, I'm going to be a conservative. That's who I am. That's what I'm going to do. Would that be better? Maybe. Who knows?
I would like to see someone that I don't know. I don't know what, I don't know what California wants. I know Orange County is kind of where all the Republicans have kind of like gathered for their last stand or whatever. It's like the Alamo. But
I talked to a lot of people out there post the LA fires, and I was initially thinking that might change the way they vote, but they're like, no, they've already forgot. They're just moving on, and they haven't changed the way they think about politics, despite everything burning to the ground.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Well, look at Karen Bass. She manages to remain mayor. I mean, Maxine Waters, like you said, Phil, how do these people remain in public life at all? They'd be laughed out of. I mean,
because there
anywhere.
are people who think Donald Trump called neo-Nazis very fine people.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Did you guys see the Elon Musk video that went viral the other day?
Oh, that was sad. Yeah, the one where they said he left his kid and he didn't.
And it's got 20 million views on a bunch of subreddits. Yep. And then there's clearly a full video where Elon checks 3 times to make sure his son is with him.
If anyone who watched that initial video saw that it was cropped in a way.
They fall for it every time. Remember the ABC News Trump feeding the fish?
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Shinzo Abe dumps the food, and then Trump looks at him and goes, okay, and dumps the food.
Right.
They zoom in and crop it so it looks like Trump did something. They're liars.
These videos are in conjunction with a constant stream of Trump's a bad guy. Yeah. So you get people that are emotionally inclined to dislike Trump, which there's a certain amount of our political perspectives comes just from who we are, right?
Yeah,
like you're born, and it's not that you're guaranteed, but you're born to have the inclination to be left-leaning. You're born to have the inclination to be right-leaning. Mm-hmm. There are certain things about different personalities that just are inside of you, right? But that's also malleable depending on your experiences, depending on what you learn and stuff like that. But when you get people that are inclined to be on the left, and then you feed them a straight up nonstop diet of, hey, this guy's Hitler, and they're probably on SSRIs, or they're probably on some kind of mood altering drugs, or maybe they're neurotic or something like that, and you keep showing them the same. You spend all day long telling them how this is terrible, this guy's a Nazi, he's going to do this, he's going to do that, and then you show them a video that confirms their priors. They're going to share it with their friends. They're going to say, look, see, I told you so. I just had a guy on that came to my feed, and after a few weeks back and forth, he blocks me, of course. But his whole thing is like, oh, Elon Musk is a Nazi, and I'm like,
Elon Musk.
What is it that about Elon Musk that makes you think he's a Nazi? Like, what has he done? And he's like, well, he wants to murder people. I'm like, you actually believe that Elon Musk wants to murder people?
Elon Musk was the one with Ben Shapiro. All the anti-Semites hate Musk because they say he's too pro-Jew. Now he is a Jewish kid. I mean, what are you talking about?
But this illustrates my point. Like, it's not, they don't have an opinion that reflects reality.
Right.
They're looking for things that confirm their priors. Right. They're looking for things that confirm what they want to believe. Right. And so that's why when Musk did the hand, my heart goes out to you.
Show us what he did.
They're like,
watch out. Watch it, everybody.
What did he do? Yeah, nice.
Double sig shoulders.
But that's what it's like, oh, look, he did the thing. Right. He did the thing. And look, that means he did the thing. That means that he wants to round up all the Jews and kill them.
It's all confirmation bias, right? I, as you know, I think there's legitimate reasons to have criticisms for him. But none of these things are that, right? Like the cropped videos, the out of context stuff. None of that's legitimate. It just feeds the brain dead left.
Yeah, it does. It does.
It's really annoying.
And it's not just really annoying. It's really bad for people that are inclined to believe these things, and people that are on the margins. People that are possibly a little on the mentally compromised side, because and this is something that the left does. They want people that are borderline or mentally compromised or that are having struggles. They want them to be upset, because upset people will go out and do things like Luigi Mangiano did. Right. They'll go out and they'll do things like the guy that climbed up on the roof in Pennsylvania did. Right. Well, they'll do those kind of things.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.